Hey, shalom, shalom. Hey, first and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Hey, double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Salutations to you, Akim, pushing the work in truth and sincerity. Thy mountains shall bring forth peace. All right, and the inspiration is pretty much from Psalms, the 72nd chapter. All right, and pretty much around the third verse, and it just pretty much spawned into a lesson as I'm reading it, So I'm gonna get into it. Psalm 72:1, it says, "Give the king thy judgments, O God, and thy righteousness unto the king's son. He shall judge thy people with righteousness, and thy poor with judgment." All right. The mountains shall bring peace to the people, and the little hills by righteousness. All right. And it's true, because in order to run a society, kingdom, empire, what have you, you have to have righteous rulers. All right. And the righteousness that they draw from is, of course, the wisdom of the Heavenly Father, which is eternal wisdom. All right. And verse 3, it says, "The mountains shall bring peace to the people." All right. And as I'm reading, I'm thinking, yeah, the Lord's mountains, of course. Yeah, I'm thinking about the kingdom, and thinking about, healing, first and foremost for the children of Israel. And then when we're fully healed, then we'll be able to heal others, but it starts at our house first, so to speak. All right. So the mountains shall bring peace to the people, and the little hills by righteousness. All right. And that's how, the order should go, righteous leaders, and with equity and fairness and righteousness, they should judge the people. Okay. So that society may flourish, and our society is going to flourish. All right. It's going to flourish, and it's going to be no end to it. Okay. Verse 4, "He shall judge the poor of the people. He shall save the children of the needy, and shall break in pieces the oppressor." All right. Because the time that we live in, as in now, under the rulership of the so-called white man, under his democracy, they don't judge the poor. In fact, they exploit the poor because of the mental instabilities, the lack of wisdom due to a failed school systems, education systems, religious systems, so on and so forth. All right. So the poor are being oppressed right now as we speak, and they make merchandise of the poor. All right. It says, "He shall judge the poor," who? The righteous king. All right. And we know the righteous king. All right. Well, of course, it starts with Yahweh and his son, Yahweh Shai. And then we have King David. All right. The house of David. All right. The righteous house of David. Okay. All right. And then we got the 12. All right. And we got the 144,000. Okay. So again, let's continue slacking. It says, "He shall judge the poor of the people. He shall save the children of the needy." Why? Because right now they're being preyed upon, as in PREY. They're being preyed upon, all right, by the predator Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, and his system. All right. It says, they shall fear thee as long as the sun and moon endure throughout all generations. How much more in the kingdom? And we're talking about eternity. All right. He shall come down like rain upon the mown grass, as showers that water the earth. All right. In his days shall the righteous flourish, in abundance of peace, so long as the moon endureth. He shall have dominion also from sea to sea, and from the river unto the ends of the earth. They that dwell in the wilderness shall bow before him, and his enemies shall lick the dust. All right. Okay, and it's going to happen way much more in the kingdom. All right, the Lord is going to rule. All right, and his authority is going to go from one end of the earth to the other. Okay, with with respect, finally due. Because the nations are going to bow. All right. So let's continue. Isaiah chapter 2, verses 1. All right. Isaiah 2:1. It says, the word of Isaiah, the son of Amos, saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. That comprises of the whole 12 tribes of Israel, Judah and Jerusalem, the northern and the southern kingdom. So this is a future prophecy, because during the time of Isaiah, the Assyrians, I believe, we were going into captivity, especially the northern kingdom. All right. And we were transgressing against the Lord. So, of course, this is a future prophecy. All right. And Israel has been split for millennia. Okay. We've been split up for millennia. All right. Verse 2, it says, and it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it. All right, so we are going to be the supreme ruler, starting with Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. All right, and Yahweh's in the mix anyway. All right, because he's finally allowing his eternity to be pushed through his son, which Yahushai has all power. But that spirit is going to be pushed through Israel, Yasha'Allah, the chosen, and from Yasha'Allah throughout the whole world. All right. Kakru, it says, verse 3, it says, and many people shall go and say, come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord Yahweh. All right. And it says, all nations shall flow unto it. All right. I guess you could say there's, the city is never going to sleep. Okay. Because, the one city is going to be the epicenter of the world, which is going to be divinely ruling the world. All right. And restoring law and order. And these laws are for the betterment of mankind itself, the whole creation, in a sense. All right. So it says, and many people shall go and say, come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord Yahweh, to the house of the God of Jacob. And he will teach us his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of the Lord Yahweh from Jerusalem. All right, so we're going to be the epicenter of righteousness, and nations are going to come and flow unto us, so that we may teach our ways to them. And in fact, you're going to have to learn the ways to even dwell in your land, All right, and these laws aren't grievous. All right. It's only grievous to those who are wicked. All right. And we're still going to have to be punishing the nations for their insolence and rebellion towards, righteous, eternal eternal wisdom or eternal power. All right. The house of Jacob, come ye and let us walk in the light of the Lord, which is his truth. Therefore hast thou forsaken thy people, the house of Jacob, because they have replenished from the east, and are soothsayers like the Philistines, and they please themselves in the children of strangers. All right, which made us into strangers. Okay, heathen. The word might be nakar, but I would have to look that up. But that's besides the point. All right, this topic is short and sweet. You know, thy mountains shall bring peace. There's many other precepts I can go into. I'm gonna keep trucking. This is Romans. It's like in the Old Testament, 8 and 14, and it reads, "This is for as many as are led, by the Spirit of God, they are the sons of God." Slaki. And of course, we're gonna be led by the Spirit. That ain't the one I wanted though. The manifestations of the Son of God. Manifestation. Let's see if I can get it. So bear with me, Salakia. Yeah, I was in the right vicinity. So, all right. So this is Romans 8, and just getting straight to the point. In 19, it says, "For the earnest expectation of the creature waiteth for the manifestation of the sons of God." Right. So the world is waiting. All right, for the elect to appear and to be evident. All right. They're waiting on the elect, the sons of God, right? So it says, "For the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly, but by reason of him who has subjected the same in hope." So we were subject to vanity that we may seek hope. All right. And we're subject to it, right? We're subject to it. Period. And that's all really that we have. And we're hoping for the elect, all right? Or the manifestation of the elect, okay? We ourselves, Lord willing, potential joint heirs, and the world itself, all mankind, all creation. It says, "For we now, Salaki, we know that the whole creation groaneth and travaileth in pain together until now. And not only they, but ourselves also, which have the first fruits of the Spirit." You see, we have the first fruits of the Spirit. So guess what? We're going to be healed first. All right. And there's going to take some time before the nations be healed, the whole creation. All right. It's going to take time. But the nation of Israel is going to be healed first. Those are the ones that's going to be saved. All right. It says, "Which have the first fruits of the Spirit, even we ourselves groan within ourselves, waiting for the adoption, to wit, the redemption of our body." All right. So we're waiting on the Lord to give us our heavenly bodies, our extraterrestrial bodies here on earth. All right. With a righteous spirit, righteous mind, you know, because the Lord promised that he would take the stony heart out and put a fleshly heart. Okay. So it says, "For we are saved by hope, but hope that is seen is not hope. For what a man seeth, why doth he hope for it?" Right. So you don't have to hope for something you see already. Right. But we hoping for that thing that which we can't see, which is explained through the Spirit and understood, by the Spirit. Okay. Which is all that heavenly glory. All right. So last precept. Okay. And again, I have more precepts, but this is what I was going with. All right, this is Sirach 10, and I'm going to get to the point on here. 10 and 4. All right. It says the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord Yahweh, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable. All right. And the ones that's profitable are the ones that have his wisdom. And that eternal wisdom that's going to lead to a kingdom, an everlasting establishment. Right? And it's going to shoot forth our righteousness, and it's going to heal. All right? Firstly, the children of Israel. It says, in the hand of God is the prosperity of man, and upon the person of the scribe shall he lay his honor. Okay. And that was pretty much it. You know, the Lord is going to appoint those that are worthy to maintain this earth. And of course, that's Yasha'Allah. And the rest, well, you know, they're going to be in subjection as well. You know, but Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. You know, the mountain shall bring peace. The Lord's, his government, all right, is going to bring peace to the world, you know. And this is, you know, just surface level understanding, basic, you know, as to what's to come, you know. And these are the things that we hope for every day. So, hey, with that, Lord willing, this is edifying. We'll give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shemel Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakodash, and shalom to you, Akim, who are doing a work in truth and in sincerity. Shalom.